Fuse is like the worst legend because all of his abilities are damage based and he doesn't provide anything to the team compared to other legends. So that's like that's why he's just the worst legend. He's not he can be good with him. Obviously he's not actually that bad of a legend. So like talking like rank wise or like competitive wise, he's not good because he's damage based. And like next after Fuse is Rampart.
Yeah, I'm here.
Rampart got a lot of buffs this season.
Questions.
She's gotten a lot of buffs like in total. So she's been like pretty good. I've seen even like a lot of people be using her in rank. I've used her a couple times. She's actually pretty good. It's just a matter of skill with her to be good with her or not. But that's how it is for every legend. But like she provides something to the team. But the reason like she's so low ranked is because her passive is fixated on LMGs, which aren't popular in Apex, and her ultimate is bad. Her ultimate is bad. It makes you stand still, and you can't turn all the way around. It makes you a standstill target, and now you can like shred with the ulti, but it's just not that good. And also, like, Rampart's walls have a decent amount of health now, but they still take forever to come up. Next up from Rampart's Mirage.
I'm back. You miss me? Of course you did.
Mirage doesn't provide anything to the team besides a ping and an invisible res. And with the new gold bag changes, his invisibles is kind of countered. So it's not even good to have gold bag on Mirage anymore, because you can see the particle effects. Mirage is basically meant for solo players and people that just want to trick their enemies. But other than that, he doesn't really provide anything to the team, which is why he's so ranked low.
Enemy here.
Next after Mirage is Loba.
Getting shot at.
I couldn't leave so many treasures behind.
Loba's tactical slows you down and makes you unable to do literally anything while you use it. Yes, it can take you far and it makes you faster, but it's just not as good as other abilities. It's not good for attacking, and it's not the best for running away. Just because it slows you, and you literally just can't do anything while you use it. Her passive is not that good. It's decent, but yeah, you just see all the good loot. That's all. And her ulti is actually pretty good, especially in ranked, but there's still other characters that do better. So the next character after Loba probably be, to be honest, after Loba would probably be Lifeline. Lifeline has been super mediocre. Well, she was meta for like a season or two, but after like a lot of balancing to her and reworking, she's just been like so mediocre compared to other legends. Like, her tactical is just a medkit for your whole team. It's literally just a healing item that comes back every 45 seconds. And her ulti, by the time you get your ult, you should have everything you need for the rest of the game. If you don't, you're pretty much gonna lose anyways. Like, her ulti just gives you heals and attachments. One attachment and maybe an armor swap. So it could come in handy, and it does provide some cover, but like, there's just better ults. And her passive is the only thing really good about Lifeline. That's the only reason you should be playing Lifeline. And the reason Lifeline's so low ranked, even though in my opinion she has the best res, because it's automatic and it comes with a shield, I feel like she's just so low ranked because, number one, you can't stop the res. Like in some cases where you need to stop the res, like before. Like if you res your team and they Caustic ult, you just set your teammate up for death. And then also that, but
Throwing jump pad.
the reason Gibby's res can be better most of the time is because after you res your teammate, they have cover to heal. Lifeline's shield in the open is not going to do anything because after it's done resing, it'll immediately go away, which will not give enough time to heal. The only time Lifeline is even viable at all is when her teammate is down. That's why she's so bad. I feel like if she could auto-res both of her teammates, she'd be good. And if she could, like, stop the reses, she'd be good.
Go faster.
But, like, right now, she's just not that good of a character. And a lot of people play her wrong somehow, even though she's really easy to use. Next after Lifeline, in my opinion, I think I'd choose Watson.
Good to be back.
Watson's good. She has a very high win rate. But her passive of auto healing shield is not that fast. It's just there. Her fences are really good when they hit the enemy, but if they don't,
Fence them in.
they literally just
fence
give
them
away your
out.
position. Unless that's what you want to do, you know, like tell people to stay away from you. Her ulti is the only reason you should be playing Watson, really.
Fence placed.
But
Anyone passes through here, we'll know.
playing character with most of the power comes with their ulti isn't that good. And her passive from getting her ultimate and ult excels, that's pretty good. Because, you know, she needs her ulti.
Using grapple.
Watson is a very campy legend, so her ulti basically counters a lot of people, actually. She counters almost everybody. She counters Gibby. She counters Bangalore, Caustic. She counters Crypto in a way. No, never mind. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't counter Crypto. I was thinking of something else. My bad. She counters Revenant. She counters... I don't think she counters Loba anymore. She counters Horizon. And she completely counters this trash can right here. So, she's still a pretty good legend. She's just not that
No more
aggressive and
stones.
hard to push with.
Laying fences.
So Watson's
Anyone
pretty
passes
good if you
through
want to
here,
stay a little
we'll
campy.
know.
And control areas. She gives your
Setting
team
defense.
auto heals and shields. And she blocks ordnance, which is good. But other than defending, you're not going to get much out of Watson. Even though she is pretty good at defending. Thing is, she's just not good at defending out in the open, which is why in Olympus ranked, she's not going to be that useful. Olympus is very out in the open, which is why other characters are just better. So next after Watson, I'm going to put Rev. Revenant, I feel like relies a lot on the map. So like, with Revenant, you want a map that's pretty close range because of the timer on his ulti. As soon as you take the ulti, you have 30 seconds to do whatever you want, technically. But the hard part about him is that you need another legend teammate to go with him in order for him to be good. Because if you don't have a mobility legend on your team to help close the gap between you and your ulti, it's like they can just run away for a little bit and then your ult will be literally useless. So that's why in King's Canyon, where it's such a small map, Revenant was good because it's easier to close the gap. And he pairs well with Octane because Octane gives you that just amazing amount of distance really fast. And yeah, Octane and Rev just pair so well. But on maps like Olympus, where it's out in the open, if you try to totem without mobility, you're just gonna get beamed. And if you try to totem with mobility, you're gonna need like a portal. Anything without a portal, you're just gonna get beamed. Zipline, beam. Jump pad, beam. Specifically, Octane's jump pad now is not that good on Olympus. It's still good, but not that good because you're in the open, out in the air, where literally everyone can see you for miles. It's an easy beam. So that's why Octane, and I mean Rev, is play so low, because
Shut him up good.
He does counter other legends with his tactical,
Shut it down.
but his passive is not that great. It's okay. You can get a good crouch strafe out of it.
Shut it down.
His ulti isn't that good on Olympus, so I wouldn't recommend playing him.
Shut it down.
Next after Revenant, I'm gonna put Octane.
That was
Octane's
faster,
really
faster,
good.
faster.
Really good this season. And he was really good on Kings Canyon, but now that it is Olympus, he's just gonna be back to mediocre. He's not gonna be trash anymore though. So if you play Octane, you're not trolling, but yeah, it's Octane. Basically, on Kings Canyon, there's just so much cover and it's so close that closing the gap with a jump pad is just so easy. But if you try to use this on Olympus, where it's so big, this might not be enough to close the gap. Or you might just get beamed out of the air before you reach the ground. So Octane doesn't provide anything to the team besides that jump pad. His passive fast healing is pretty good. His tactical
It's go time.
is really fast. But other than the jump pad, he doesn't provide anything, really. Even though his jump pad is really good though. Next after Octane. After Octane,
Over here.
I'm probably gonna put Pathfinder.
Hit the ejector seat.
And the only reason I
I've come to
think
save
that
the day.
Pathfinder is better than Octane is because his ult gives a larger distance. His tactical can take you farther. And overall, Pathfinder is just like, he may not be as fast as Octane, but he definitely gives off a longer distance, which is great on Olympus. Even though Pathfinder is still not a recommendation for me for Olympus, because on Olympus, alright, think of it like on Kings Canyon and World's Edge. There are some places where there are like major high grounds,
Let's
like here.
explore this way.
But on Olympus, you won't find a lot of places that are like this. There won't be a lot of major high ground areas.
Using grapple.
So his zipline won't be that useful, and it is also an easy beam off with it.
Who's ready to fly on a zipline? I am.
So yeah, even though I think Pathfinder is better than Octane, he's more mobile. He's still not the best. The only reason I placed him higher than Octane is because he does provide more to the team with the zipline, and he can get beacons. And he can get his ultimate from beacons, so he's kind of like Watson's passive. Next after Pathfinder, I'm gonna put Crypto.
They tried to get rid of me.
And I
They failed.
say Crypto because, well, with Crypto, your playstyle is very passive. You can play Crypto aggressive, yeah, but it's hard and very risky. So, just playing Crypto how you're supposed to play Crypto, as in like playing passive, you literally just sit in a building, keep farming other teams, and you hit
Adding an extra
the
pair of
beacon
eyes.
with your drone. You just go over here, you just like scan the beacon. Oh,
I'm
let's
back.
rotate this way now.
Logged off
Let's
my
go over
drone.
here.
I'm recalling my
Yeah.
drone.
That's Crypto's playstyle. And if you want to play him aggressively, it's a little bit risky. So what you would do is you go over here, you see an enemy, you EMP them, and then you push, right? But on Olympus, there is a bit of third parties. I don't think there's as much third parties as on Kings Canyon, but still there's third parties. So if you EMP and you push with your team, you run the risk of getting thirded. Let's say you kill this team. You kill this team, you get them out of the way, they're dead. Alright, your team is a little bit weak, and they need to loot up, because they have almost nothing. And then you get thirded. Your drone has no EMP. You cannot fight that team. Crypto is made for 3v3 fights. If you know you can isolate a fight, go for it. But if you think you're gonna get thirded, Crypto is not really gonna be useful that much.
Signaling my drone back.
Which is why if you play Crypto, you should play a little bit more passive, and wait for fights that you know you can take 3v3. Next up after Crypto, I think I'm gonna place Caustic.
That was enlightening.
Caustic used to be like one of the highest tier characters,
Trap set.
and he still is.
Waiting. Deploying
The only reason I'm placing him
trap set.
lower now is because of his gas
I still
damage.
see everything.
You still play Caustic the same way as you would before, because technically as soon as they touch your gas, they are stunned and blinded. Then that's the easy chance to kill your enemy.
My vision is clear.
But now, the gas is so weak that if your enemy steps out for 1 second, they will outlive your gas trap. Which is fair in my opinion, because you shouldn't die to a tactical ability. That's a little OP.
Trap set and waiting.
So, Caustic is still high tier, but he isn't as good as he was before because of the gas damage nerf. So, after Caustic, I'm gonna place Bangalore. Bangalore is super good this season because she's so good on Olympus. Like I said before, Olympus is very wide out in the open, so you're gonna need some cover. And if you don't have a Gibby bubble, like a lot of teams will have, you can place some smoke, which will give you a lot more cover and make your enemies blind. So you won't necessarily have a shield as you would with Gibby, but at least they won't be able to see you unless they have a Digithreat or Bloodhound. And Bloodhound is pretty meta, so you never know. You might still need that Gibraltar. But her passive is super good. The minute you get shot, you get a speed boost, which is the only moment you really need a speed boost is when you're getting in a fight. So that's perfect. Her ultimate is super good because it's an airstrike. It's a tool to literally move enemies out of the area that you don't want them to be in. Even though Gibby's airstrike is called defensive bombardment, his ulti is way more aggressive than Bangalore's, because in Bangalore's, let's say your team is fighting on this side of the map and you're still fighting this team and you're getting shot from the back. You have the choice to either smoke this and fight this team now, or you can smoke this and fight this team. But that might not always be enough. If this team looks like they're really gonna pinch you guys, you can just ult them and waste their time while you can finish this fight or either leave completely. Your ultimate is basically just a distraction or a way to move your enemies away from you, because the ulti covers so much area and does a really good stun. Bangalore is really good on Olympus right now because of her area control. She defends the area with her smokes, and she controls area with her airstrike. Bloodhound. I'm gonna place Bloodhound at number 4 because he is a very aggressive legend, or they, my bad, are a very aggressive legend. With Bloodhound, you get so much information at the time you need it. Crypto will give you all the information you want, need, and whatever you want. Like anything you want to know, Crypto will give it for you. But with Bloodhound, if you need some fast information on where your enemies are, just pop your tactical and pop your ulti. Not only do you get a speed boost to help you fight, but you get like this vision that'll help you find more enemies. It'll be much easier to see them. As well as it gives you a tactical boost. It lowers your tactical's cooldown. So within these 35 seconds, you are rendered a legit aggressive god. Bloodhound is really aggressive and really good for fighting. At the same time, providing your teammates with incredible information. There's no way you could go wrong with Bloodhound because his wall hacks are so good. The scan distance and scan time is amazing. As well as if you're looking for a rat, just look for tracks on the ground. There's literally no way you can hide from this character. If you're looking for rats, play Bloodhound. If you're looking for teams, play Bloodhound. Bloodhound is just so good right now. Now, at number 3, I'm gonna place Gibraltar.
Here comes Gibraltar.
Gibraltar is super good on Olympus. Like, so good. He has an aggressive airstrike, a defensive airstrike, whatever you want out of the airstrike. and he has his gun shield. His gun shield now has bleed through, but that's fine. It's still an extra 50 health that you get. Now the main thing about Gibraltar and why he's so good on Olympus is what he provides out of his tactical for the team. A literally invincible bubble for like what, 10 seconds I think? 10 seconds where your whole team is literally just literally safe forever. You can use this bubble for cover and if you need a break, or even to rotate. If you need your team to rotate, just throw a bubble and add some cover to where you're going. If you need to chill, use your bubble. If you need to do something risky, use your bubble. Now they took away fast heals, but we still have fast res. Gibby is the only character with fast res, which means you can pick your teammate up way faster.
Calling the airstrike. Airstrike.
Gibby providing that invincible cover is just so good, which is why he's so good on Olympus. At number 2, I'm gonna place Wraith.
Now for the right choice.
And there's one reason I'm placing Wraith at number 2. Only one reason. I don't like the character that much, personally, but there is only one reason why she is number 2. I don't think her passive is that good at all. I don't think her tactical is good at all. But the only reason she is number 2 is because of her ultimate. Her ultimate is the best rotation tool in the game. Tell me otherwise, please.
Setting a portal.
You can combine this with your tactical to literally become invincible. And you get a speed boost. And you literally set a two-way portal from point A to B. While your teammates take this, they will arrive at the destination fast and perfectly safe. It is the best rotation tool in the game. I don't like Wraith's tactical because it takes forever and slows you down. See how I'm running? Pop my tactical and I'm slowed down. I get a speed boost in my phase, but that's if I get my phase off. You shouldn't be phasing unless you think you're in trouble. If you're using your phase as a speed boost, stop. You're gonna kill yourself. Even though she has such a quick cooldown. Wraith is a very good legend, but she takes a lot of skill due to her nerfs. Her hitbox just got increased, which makes it easier for people to shoot you. Which in turn makes her tactical a lot harder to use. Her tactical is only for meaning to keep you safe. If you think you're about to get rushed and you can't take the fight, use your tactical. If you're hurt, you're gonna have to use your tactical whether you think you can get out or not. Because her tactical, there's just a lot of places where you're just gonna die. But if you're gonna end up doing no damage anyways, just pop your tactical just in case the enemy cannot shoot you. Just a tip, if you lose your armor, if you're cracked, that is your cue to tactical out. If you take any more damage and try to tactical, trust me, you will die. To be honest, I will catch myself, like, if I have Red Evo, and I catch myself down to 2 bars, I'm phasing. Because I know by the time I get my phase off, I will have lost this armor. This armor is just to make sure I don't get one-clipped. This is the only reason Wraith is so high on this list, is because she has the best rotation tool in the game. She is literally... She can take you anywhere you want at a short distance. The portal does not take you as far as Pathfinder or Octane's jump pad. But it will get you there safely. That is the whole point of the rotation tool. To get you to where you want safely. If you want to get there fast or get far, play Pathfinder or Octane. But if you want to get somewhere safely, you're going to need a Wraith. Now the number 1 legend for Olympus ranked is Horizon.
Back from a
Yes, this is her map, and yes, this is she is the best legend. And there is one reason her mobility is the best in the game. She has the single-handedly best mobility in the game. She's not as fast as either Octane or Pathfinder, but that's not what I mean. What I mean is she literally provides high ground to your team, wherever you want. With Pathfinder and Octane, you have to use your tactical or ultimate to get to somewhere. But she makes that place here. And she gives this to your whole team. Your whole team can use this. And it's so high. It doesn't take you that far, so it's not that good of a rotation tool. But it's still really good mobility. And it comes back super fast even without my gold helmet. And not only that, her passive makes it so mobile. From that normal height, if one of your teammates drops down, they will receive a stun. For example, get this. If I'm Wraith,
Now for the
I go
right
up this, all the way to the top, and I jump off to try to shoot this guy, I will take a stun right there. But if I am Horizon, I will go all the way up here, jump off, and nothing changes because I'm just a different breed.
landing.
Horizon just gives out so much mobility. It's amazing. And her ultimate is super good as well. Her ultimate literally sucks in all the enemies to one spot. Now this can combo with so many legends, including Gibraltar, or Caustic, or even Crypto, because why not? Even Bangalore too. Or just carry some grenades and throw them into the black hole, and you will crack the whole enemy team. I recommend carrying Arc Stars.
Fling an arc star. Arc star.
You will literally get hits on all members of the team just by using your ultimate. And not only that, even if you don't have nades or a combined legend ability, you can tactical up, throw your ultimate at a person, and literally they are slowed down. Unless they have a stim from Octane, a grapple from Pathfinder, a bubble from Gibby, or a Wraith phase, they're not getting out of there anytime soon. And what I mean is by Gibby bubble is you literally just stay there and get sucked. But anyways, unless they have like any type of that or another Horizon tactical, your ult is just gonna mess that team up so bad. So bad. It takes them off of ziplines if it's deployed. Takes them out of the air off the jump pad if it's deployed. Takes them off the air on another Horizon tactical. Just sucks them in no matter what. If they're in their radius, it's gonna suck them in. And that itself is going to mess up the team in mobility. Which means if you have any accuracy whatsoever, it's an easy beam. Literally an easy beam. There's no one that provides more mobility or more of a nuisance than Horizon. That's why she is #1 on the list. Hopefully if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like and subscribe.
time will be
I'll see you guys in the
different.
next one. Peace.